I came to Tech in 1967. I played every position on the team except quarterback my first year, and I was redshirted. Next year I started out defensive tackle, got hurt, was out a couple of games. They moved me to tight end, and I stayed at tight end for the rest of my career at Tech. Played some linebacker, but mostly tight end. My wife and I have been married, be 45 years on October the 20th of this year, and we have three children, 8 grandkids, and I met my wife in high school, and we were high school sweethearts, and we got married when I was a second year at Tennessee Tech. My wife worked, and of course I was on full scholarship, but my wife worked the whole time we were in college, and my apartment was more or less the gathering place of all the other players. My wife was a good cook, and she would cook and would feed and have a good time and enjoy ourselves. We have a house on Wilson Lake in Muscle Shoals, and we also have a house in town, but we do a lot of hunting and fishing, and I got a couple of guys teammates that come up and fish on Wheeler with me occasionally, and we have a big time. All my grandkids like to hunt and fish. Steve Dennison comes by quite often, David Fair, Jim Waddell, Buddy Warwick. Youngblood's been down a couple of times and fished with me, so we have a lot of people come down, and we enjoy ourselves. I was drafted by the San Diego Chargers in the 5th round of the 1972 draft. They only had 2 picks before me, and then I was their 3rd pick in the draft, but it was the 5th round. And yeah, I went to San Diego and stayed there for a while. Then I was traded to Kansas City and went there and finished out training camp. And they cut me, and I went home and worked for a month or so, and the Houston Oilers called, and I went to Houston and finished out the season with Houston on the taxi squad. And then in 1974, when they started the World Football League, I was called, or I went down for an interview for a position on that team, and I was hired by those guys in Birmingham, and played with the Birmingham Americans the first year, and the name was changed to the Birmingham Vulcans the second year, and I finished out the year. I'm in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I've been there 30 years. I'm in the automobile business. I'm retired. My sons are running the stores now. We moved there in 1983. This is the 30th year for our stores, and I'm kind of sitting back watching from the sidelines now. Well, the dealerships are in Tuscumbia, Alabama. We have a GM store, which has Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. And right next door we have a Toyota store. And they're both named Jim Bishop Chevrolet Buick Olds and Jim Bishop Toyota. I'm Jim Bishop, and that's where I've landed.